Hi folks, welcome to another edition of Government Matters. My name is Mike Dobbs, I'm your host, and this marks a special occasion. It's the first time the Government Matters Focus Springfield crew has done something on location. We're sitting in Angel House, right? This is Angel House, here on the very historic campus of Springfield Commonwealth Academy. You may know it as McDuffie, but it hasn't been McDuffie for a while. And the reason we're doing this particular broadcast today is because there are new owners and they are revitalizing the school, and they have a lot of great plans for the school and for the property. And this is an interesting dual story for me personally. Number one, because I live in this neighborhood, this is an economic development story. But number two, I'm a history buff, and I love to see historic renovation. And this is indeed historic renovation up here. Just so you know, the McDuffie School was founded here originally in 1890. So it had a very, very long history. Of course, the school known as McDuffie is no longer in Springfield. It's in Granby, Massachusetts. We've had a school activity here for the past few years. However, this is a brand new enterprise to come in and to revitalize this property, revitalize the buildings, and to build a school. So, our guest today is Angeline Wong. She is the president of the school, and Beth Moriarty, she is the head of school. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I guess, first of all, and Angeline, I'll direct this to you. What motivated you to come to Springfield to look at this property, and then what led you to the decision that you wanted to invest and revitalize this as a school?
That's a good question. So just a little bit background about myself, because the history lead to the result, right? So I was I was a superintendent at New York Military Academy last year, since March. Similar situation about March, I got a call. Before that, I was running a large community during the pandemic and try to help people, have a lot of seminars, the donation for PPEs. So the call just called me and said, hey, Angeline, the president just quit tomorrow. I don't know anyone, but I saw you doing a lot of community things that are very good. Can you come to help me to save this school? But we all know New York Military Academy was one of the only military high schools that can create one of the president, U.S. president, former president. So, I know this school, and I never been superintendent before. Before that, I worked in the Wall Street as a global head of treasury at a global top hedge fund. But I have 4 kids myself. I always care about how can educate the kids, especially during the pandemic. A lot of we call COVID kids. Play a lot of game, a lot of Zoom, cannot focus. So I have been studying how can help my kids and also help the community's education. So, when I get a call, I said, this is maybe a good opportunity for me to, make the dream come true, to building something, also maybe turn around the school. So a lot of people told me at that time, said, hey, Angeline, in the last 20 years, there was not a success, right? Many people try to change the school, but they still fail. How can you think you can do that? You know what, this is me taking the risk. There's nothing to lose, right? So I bring my team, and I met, Beth there, actually, she works there as a mission officer. But within, long and short, within 12 months, I put 100% of my time there. I put back I got a salary, but I put back 100% back to the school. And I also, most important, I put my heart there. So within very short 10 month periods, I was able to renovate plenty of, I would say 8 or 9 buildings among 51 buildings. And I also recruiting, I was able to keep all the students, almost transfer out, about 80 of them. And then summer camp, and we were able to recruiting about 100 students. Then during the fourth star, we have about 80 or 90 students from New York City and from different states. So we actually survived, and not just that, the program I'm building, the drone simulation and 3D printing, that become one of the most popular class. That attract a lot of parents. They play the computer game, and they actually love the simulation with the drone simulation. So this success gave me a lot of experience that I think I can do this well. So within 12 months period, the school not just recover, also actually revive. And every single week we have the people come to visit our school. We have a lot of private visit. We have a once a month open house. So when my terms end, right? So when the friends, the owner called me, asked help, he gave me 12 months term. So when terms end, he has a different mission, slightly different from me. He probably want to sell school or want to continue a different way. So I said, okay, why not I use this skill to try to turn around another school. So Beth and I actually, before my term stopped, we're already looking around a couple of schools. We drive to Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, and also here. I know here is because a few students actually transfer from here to New York Military Academy. And I know from them, this school need a new leadership, need some fresh management to shake up. So on the second week that finished the term at New York Military Academy, both of us drive here, bring our desk here, and I said, okay, let's see what we can do. That's how bring me to the Springfield. My mission is bring what I learned in last 12 months, how to turn around the school and bring here to bring the community, especially like you said, restore the school beauty and also create a job and I feel like Springfield is so much potential. This is one of the cities that have 375 years history. And when our city council, Melvin Edwards, bring us to the Wood Museum, we were shocked how this can call city of the first. I immediately fall in love with the city. And I said, I will put 100% of my time here, 100% of all the resource. I want to see what I can do to bring back the glory if we can, and create one of the best education platform, and also create more job. Let's see what we can do.
So Beth, as head of school, I'm sure you're also very involved in curriculum development. So we can talk a little bit about, now this is obviously a private school. Is it grades 9 through 12? Is it grades 6 through 12?
It's grades 6 through 12. We do have a PG program as well. So we have many wonderful teachers here that work very hard, but we have an individualized education system. So our school system, our class size is about 1-to-6 ratio, but we also have one-on-one teacher instruction for students that need special attention. We treat each one of our students with great care and do whatever it is necessary to help them move forward in their lives and reach their dreams. So depending on each student, we meet with them, we speak with the families, we talk to their friends and some of their acquaintances, some school friends, and decide where they want to go. And usually in 9th grade, that's a good time to have a conversation with a student and their family, and they start preparing for college that early. And the team meets with them, and we have a wonderful counselor. His name is David Yee, and he's a graduate of Wharton. He's magnificent. He's worked with many of our children. We have a few students who have gotten full scholarships, including one of our students who has a full scholarship to Boston University. We're very proud. We work very hard together, but we're a great team.
So just so people understand, when your group purchased the school, was the previous school still operational? Were there students here? Were they teaching kids? And I know that sounds like a dumb question, especially from someone who literally lives around the corner, but I never saw any activity here, other than their food giveaway program that they would have on Fridays. So are there students that you have now that started in the previous administration?
Yes, we do. We have, when we arrived here on campus, there were students here. There was a basketball program and a baseball program, and a few other students that were from other countries that came here. But Angelina and I were able to work with them one-on-one, bring up their reading levels. A lot of these students were students from Venezuela or different areas, maybe a few from Spain, right? Actually, we had a wonderful group here, Dixon Sports, a few weeks ago. They brought their students here to visit. They're a wonderful, wonderful group.
Obviously, I'll just say a lot of people in Springfield were very concerned about what was happening up here. And because McDuffie had such a very long history, and it attracted students from literally around the nation. My favorite McDuffie trivia point is Rod Serling, the great writer and for both television and books. His daughter went to McDuffie. So Rod Serling would turn up on campus the 4 years that she was here. But I'm sure that a lot of people, they want to know what's happening here because, again, when you drive by, the ravages of the 2011 tornado are still very apparent on campus. What kind of challenge do you have with the physical plant, with the buildings?
Wow.
So so I could elaborate a little more. So what everybody want to know what happened, and I am very honest and transparent from what I know, right? So definitely everybody's memory stop at the McDuffie School in this land. After then, there's a mystery, right? So Mr. John Foley, the local real estate person, that he bought this place actually the day before the tornado happened. Yep. But when tornado happened, he still continued the purchase, and he wanted building a school, to cover the low-income student, underprivileged. Let's say that way. And I mean, over the years since 2011, he continued to operate the school with more. It's actually boys' school only because that probably a little bit easier. I think in 2000, and he also running the food pantry. I think that John Foley is a very great guy. He's running charity. He like to help the people. I have a mission like that too. I want to building the system that have a balanced, so that we can balance resource and help more underprivileged students. So I believe in his vision. When I talked to him, I said I can help you to attend around the school, and he looked at what I did at the New York Military Academy, and he allowed me to enter. Of course, at a no cost, right? I said you don't need to pay anything. I'll see what I can do. And something happened is in 2018. I mean, John Foley has been long-term owner for this school, but in 2018, a Chinese investor also come. I still remember a couple of years ago before pandemic, due to the government policy, suddenly a lot of the education companies shut down in China, and those education ventures business, they want to invest. So you will see the news, the flooding of the investor coming to U.S. borders, a lot of school. And I think 2018, this is a result of that trend. So the Chinese investor bought this school, and Miss John Foley actually financed with this this new investor. And I think he has a lot. I talked to him briefly from Zoom. I don't know him because why trying to connect, find out what happened exact same with other people. So he bought the school with Miss John Foley's finance, and he has a mission. He want to bring more international students here too, but a pandemic happened. So I think the pandemic did hit the dream, and dream kind of fade. So the enrollment cannot be catch up the operation cost. So what happened is he hasn't made the payment to Miss John Foley. He has been default his payment. So when I walk in, I know the student, and last year especially when school just started, and there about 20 or 30 Asian students, and then about 100 of the baseball and basketball students. But this new investor disappeared. He probably know he can't. But he put the school on market. He want to sell. That's how I also know he want to sell. So when student coming in, this is one of choice. You know, the timing, I think it's everything about timing and about the situation. At that time, actually during the February Valentine, when I drove here with you, right? And the Historical Preservation Trust actually have a fundraising across the street at the Valentine Mansion. And I drove in, and Edward, the Melvin, know I was here, potential buy. At that time, multiple people want to buy this. Basketball coach, baseball coach, they all want to be investor to take over the school. So I drove in and I brief talk with Melvin. I mentioned what happened, what did I do to New York Military Academy. I showed them data, how many students, what's the tuition I collect, multi-million tuition. And then Melvin, I think he believed in me. For that very short half an hour period, he believed in me. He said, engineering, I have all your service. I really wish you can bring this place tonight. That actually it's opened up because we visited so many schools. Some of university presidents like really calling us to open the high school in the campus because university right now every week have one university shut down because of low enrollment, 15% down. So, but we design here, I feel be welcome. I feel this place need help. What I'm good at it, my team good at it, is we turn around because that's what, again, I work in the Wall Street every day, 15 hours. And result driven. I think this is help, right? So my expertise is turn around the situation, very intensive workload. Not everybody can handle that. So I feel like my value added is to the school that need help more rather than school already stable. So when February coming, Melvin really push us. You need to go to Wood Mill. You need to go to Wood Museum. And I said, why do I need to go to Wood Museum? So now I do the same thing. Every potential parent come, I said, you need to go to Wood Museum because that is really inspired me. When I see so many number one, I said, oh my God, I love history. History building our generations, right? How can you use the old history to inspire next generation, building the proud. That's important. That's something I can sell, of course. I'm a businesswoman, and I think the school like this not just need a regular superintendent or the president. It needs someone entrepreneur. I've been running the entrepreneur boot camp for so many years. This is where I come in. You need entrepreneurship. You need someone engineer, finance, you name it, sales, marketing. I can do all team, two of us together. Bass is the CEO of the marketing company, and I own multiple nonprofit, and I own the online school, and I create curriculum myself, right? So I feel like my value can add to here. I said I will try. It's a challenge. I like to take risk. So, and especially I'm a community person. So after that day, I said, okay, let's come here, and let's see what we can do, because at that time, it's very cold, and there's no heater, some building. And we hear about the water bill didn't get paid and the electric didn't get paid. I said maybe I can help those kids because I love kids, and then even they are not my kids. But when I walk in school, I immediately assume that feeling that I am, the leader here. Leader is called take responsibility. Look at the 80 students here. I suddenly feel like I have that responsibility. I need, no matter I buy the school or not, I need to save the school. That's keep us to stay here. And I pay all the bill. I went to pay all the property tax, and I fixed a few small legal issues. Previous owner doesn't pay the bill, and I think right now, probably 99% of the bills were being paid, and legal issues being settled. And I also partner with a local community called Patch. Patch is a people alliance with harmony. And my vision is the same. I want to help the community. So I immediately, they have in the Mill Street, they have this land, 2 acre, grow the agriculture and gardening and provide opportunity to the alternative student. I went there, Jennifer from the wildlife, they are the supervisor student, and I feel like I could be part of this. And the school, if I can buy, I can, collaborate with them so that more students, more kids in this area, they can go to public school, they can also get education, different education from us. Even we are running the private school, but I also run a lot of enrichment program. I would run the innovation lab. I would like run, environmental club. So all the students, I would like them to join us. So for that, that may happen today, This is story. So Miss Foley actually picked me, and so May 21st, we signed the contract. I take over the old notes and take over all the responsibility, and definitely thanks Miss John Foley, that he has believed in me, and he's continue. We need a lot of money to fix things, right? So he continue finance me, and I will make term. I will, be good at the term of finance payment. And so we work very, very hard to try to recruiting students. As you walk into our campus today, within very short 1.5 months periods, we were able to recruiting about 50 students and plus about 15 very excellent college counselor intern. They come from Harvard, come from Fordham, come from UPenn. Many of them came here to intend to help us run this summer camp, investment camp, business camp, and then sports and leadership camp. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beth, a lot of private schools make a mark by emphasizing a particular kind of education or particular educational opportunities in their curriculum. I was just wondering if you're thinking of any sort of specialization that you would be offering students to come here.
Well, we have a wide variety of opportunities here for our students. We don't specialize in just one thing. We specialize on the whole child. So it's the experience of the child and what is necessary. We're small enough to be able to reach that student and make sure that their education level is improved upon and they're able to grow forward and get into the necessary colleges of their choice or whatever it may be. If they decide to go into a trade school, like I said, each child is special and has their own talents, and we're really good at seeing that. Miss Angeline works very closely with each one of our students, as do I, to develop them. Some of them, a lot of these kids are COVID kids. They might be behind quite a bit. They need special education. Some of our students need ESL. We also have amazing students who have scored 1,500, 1,550 on their SATs who are coming here to have opportunity to work with this wonderful woman and our team. So we support them in any way possible. We don't have just one specific way of educating our students.
I would want to add in, Beth is a wonderful person that very care about. She's even drive out to get food for the kids. And so I think in running the school that we understand there's a lot of school around here. How can we often sit down together, brainstorm, how can we differentiate ourselves, have that specialization that you just mentioned, right? I would want to summarize based upon Beth's summary that we would like to family, like love. I think that a lot of family right now, they have a broken family. It's not their fault. And it's not also adults' fault maybe, but kids are innocent. So what our expertise is, we want to focus on the social emotional intelligence. So we actually have this program. We specially set up the classroom just for them to feel comfortable. So I think want to inspire kids need to have this emotional intelligence, focus on the inner, so that like a lot of depression or family fighting. So if we give them love, I think love can heal everything. So number one thing is this school full of the family type of the education and love. We more forgive, way more understanding, and way more flexible. And some of the minor IEP students, and I mean the future of the want to be specialized in IEP student, because there's more and more students have IEP, like 30% or 40%. So we do provide those one-to-one attention to those students need a little bit extra attention, extra love. That's number one, right? So that's how many parents sign up with me, is because we both live on campus from early morning to midnight, right? Sometime, yeah. So number second is a focus on innovation and the technology. I have 3 master degrees. One is a civil engineer, environment science. Second one is computer science. I do write 8 years code. And I have MBA from Yale. I like to building a well-rounded leader. So one of our slogan is inspire global leader for tomorrow. So to differentiate other people, just giving them what you need. Oh, 10th grade, math here. No, we want to build in not just those basic curriculum. We want to give them more inspired, the workshop, the hands-on project-based learning. Okay. So project-based learning, give them hands-on skill so that they can immediately go to summer camp, they can find a job, they can get an intern, they can feel useful, and they can feel valuable. That can help building their confidence. So that's one thing, project-based learning, and with emphasis on cutting-edge technology, and also computer science, AI, blockchains, all those things will be part of our curriculum. Another third, I think this is very important, is that's where my expertise is: investment, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. So, me and my team during the pandemic, we created a whole curriculum called Youth Investment Curriculum. That 60-hour classes and teach kids become better than adult, manage money, manage portfolio, manage company and stock. But then also we're building the whole seed of the kids CEO, kids banker, youth personal finance. And this whole curriculum, I always believe if I can bring those finance knowledge to younger age, I can help them understand how to manage money, budgeting, understand tax. They could be better off. They will have a life plan. They will have a better vision, so that they could be better off in their life, financial free. So that is my belief. So my curriculum has been given to all my students, and that's actually get a half credit and one semester. So, and also in this third point, I would like our students willing to open a company, doing the business. Even mini business, I would encourage every one of my students open a company. And when they running the companies from beginning, have a name, have a logo design, web page, math and finance, accounting, and marketing, they will learn a lot of things more than the book. And I actually me and my team, coaching the student join the Diamond Challenge. It's a global international high school business challenge. In the last 2 years, my student team win the first prize. Every year, there's about 800 teams. So I've been good at coaching students to have innovation and building business. And even right now, and currently, I run a camp called Youth Entrepreneurship and the Business Camp. So from day 1 to day 10, in 10 days, how can they identify the problem, building the product, and building the business deck, and give the presentation. And please, everyone, if your kids love that, please come. And then the younger is better because they are very, very creative. So we take students from 5th grade and above. So I would like adding all those curriculum to my school, so everyone love business, love open a company, and learn how to make money. That's what we're going to teach. We're going to teach them better than adults.
Okay. We're down to the last couple moments. So I do want to know what the capacity, how many students are you aiming at for this school now?
For this year?
Yeah.
About 150 we expect in the fall. We do expect to have additional students join us during the course of the year. Angeline and I have been recruiting, at New York Military Academy for a year together, and we have rolling admissions. So we're always adding students every week. We're entertaining families, speaking to them about what Springfield can offer them and what we can offer them. So we expect to grow 200 students, hopefully, by the end of the year.
And those students, part of whom will be living here and part of whom will be commuting, is that accurate?
Most of our students will be living here on campus,
okay.
Yes. The school itself does have capacity for 500 students total, when all the buildings are in complete repair.
Well, thank you very much for talking with me this afternoon. I appreciate it, and I'm sure our listeners appreciate it as well. And folks, thanks very much for tuning in to another edition of Government Matters here on Focus Springfield.